There's a lot of Steeler fans here tonight, a lot of black and gold.
There's a lot of black and gold in here, and this is unusual for the Rams to see this many visitors, but this is where it is right now.
Parker is the deep back. That's Heath Miller in motion. Roethlisberger will throw from his own end zone with time. He's got Holmes. Holmes at the 50. Holmes with a step on Bartell. Bartell drags him down at the 14-yard line.
You know, so ironic about the Pittsburgh Steelers coming out. Usually they are a bread and butter tough team. They're going to run the ball when they're back in the end zone. He comes out and throws to Santonio Holmes, who told me in pregame, you know, Prime, I had him beat deep a couple times last week. Then threw it late. He didn't throw it right on my break. Therefore, the ball didn't get there on time. A double pump, but he still was able to make the play.
An 83-yard completion. Give Willie Parker credit for pricking up Brandon Chiller, who was applying some pressure to Roethlisberger.
So let's give the Rams some credit. They haven't allowed a 100-yard rush this season.
It's because people throw the ball on him, Dion.
Roethlisberger to the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Nate Washington. And just like that, barely 4 minutes into our ball game, the Steelers go 97 yards. Touchdown Roethlisberger to Washington.
You know, you commit to the run and you want to stop the run. You're playing man on the back end. You're asking the safety to do too much.
We talked about Willie Parker and how big a loss he is to this team. You see there, he is leading the NFL in rushing and in carries too. This is a guy who's worked a lot. Last year, 337 carries. This year, 320, and he's not a big man. Roethlisberger throwing and completing to Holmes again. Slips one tackle, and Holmes would seem to have enough for a first down.
And he's the explosive receiver of the Pittsburgh receivers core. Learned a lot from Hines Ward. He's going to work this offseason with Jerry Rice because he says he wants to simply be the best. Watch how he comes off, press bail by the cornerback, turns, get upfield, and get positive yards.
That's Jonathan Wade again, the poor rookie out of Tennessee, pickup of 23.
They can manage it. He's their guy.
We're not seeing the Steelers offense, Marshall. I don't know who these guys are. This is a ball control team.
Daniel Sepulveda, the rookie left-footed kicker, fake, completes to Davenport, wide open. Davenport to the 23-yard line. There was nobody within 10 yards of him when he caught it. And there's Davenport. Watch this. My goodness.
You know, right there, that's just a nightmare for special teams coach Jeff Horton. You don't want to see that. Your defense, you backed them up, you stopped them. You got a big stop on third down because you don't want to turn the ball over and give the ball to the Rams.
Roethlisberger completing to Ward. Close to the marker, would seem to have first down Pittsburgh on what was 3rd and 18.
Hines Ward, he said, I may be gimpy, but I'm not slowing down by any means. This guy works hard, he stays focused, and he plays with passion. We ask him, what do you find in Hines Ward, Marsh? He's not your typical receiver. He's not long, lanky, don't play with great speed, but he knows how to find a hole and sit down, and he's a complete receiver.
You know, Ben looks downfield, and he doesn't always look for Hines Ward, but you get him on third down.
Will be retired. A grand honor for a great player. This is Santonio Holmes on the reverse. He gets bopped out of bounds short of the first down marker by Corey Chavison. The Browns are at least momentarily in first place in the AFC North. This is Davenport breaking into Rams territory before being brought down inside the 45. Chris Draft drags him down.
Mooch, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers won't have Willie Parker back for the rest of the night.
And went down with a broken ankle. First play of the game, and you had to play it with your other backs. Your game plan changes a little bit. Najee Davenport obviously is a different style of running back than Willie Parker. He's a big bruiser, and he doesn't possess the same kind of speed nor the pass threat in the passing game. So it's going to be interesting to see not only how they finish this game, but if Willie Parker plays in the next game.
The ball the way that they used to and eat up clock and keep their defense off the field so they're not exposed.
Roethlisberger gives inside. Davenport Davenport would appear to have enough for first down Steelers.
You can't eat up clock when you're behind, Marshall.
The play caller is down in the field rather than up in the booth, as was the case last year with Ken Wisner. Roethlisberger will throw. He's got Washington. Flag down. Touchdown Steelers. Jonathan Wade again.
You know what? They're going to run.
Pass interference, number 20. Defense. Penalty is declined. Play results in a touchdown.
You know, this is somewhat mind-boggling. We'll watch this right here. And it's Jonathan Wade comes up and tries to get his hands on Washington, but no go. And then wraps him up. Washington still catches
He
it.
just straight out ran it.
Thank you, Mooch.
The Rams go 4 wide for the first time tonight on 2nd and 12. Good play on the far side by Ike Taylor. That one was intended for Torrey Holt. Your man Taylor got there this time. He really showed more anger than he has in public all year long. What did he tell us? He says, I don't like to do me in press conferences.
And the big thing, Brian, he's honest. Minnesota, guys that run offenses and believe in taking care of their guys.
Roethlisberger will throw again and complete this one to Hines Ward. Another first down, Pittsburgh.
You know, that jaw that they talk about with Kyra, and he believes in you can do it more than one way, and we're seeing that right now.
This is Davenport again, another first down. Good lead block by Heath Miller.
And that's the thing, they're missing their star fullback. They have to put some other guys in there, Kerry Davis, Heath Miller, to play that role. And this offense kind of fits those guys better because it's blocking a linebacker or a safety.
Give Davis a gain of 5.
It's about time for them to take a shot.
Roethlisberger flush to this side, throwing, completing back to Santonio Holmes. And what a half Holmes is having.
You know, it's amazing. They want Ben Roethlisberger. They try not to allow Ben Roethlisberger to run to his right. They feel like he's just as accurate running to his right as he is when he stays in the pocket. And you see him here. He gets flushed. He's downfield, eyes downfield, throws the ball where only his receiver can get it.
Well, being sacked 43 times, he's running from something.
They'll give it to Davenport, and Davenport gashes the right side to the 15-yard line. Corey Chavis has to come up and make the hit. Roethlisberger, will he get it off? He does, barely. Roethlisberger on the run to Davenport. Touchdown Steelers.
Great play, Big Ben buying himself more time, keeping his eyes downfield and finding the open receiver.
They're making this look easy, Deion.
Yeah, I mean, they're in total control right here. Running the ball, look at, he's checking his one receiver, Hines Ward. Cornerback sits in the inside. Now he finds Davenport. He's able to break the tackle.
And the Rams offense is humming. Well over 300 yards in total offense. They're in control of this ball game and leading by 10. Ben Roethlisberger came into this ball game with his last 5 games somewhat suspect. He hadn't thrown for 200 yards since November 11th. But as you can see, he's already passed the 200-yard mark in just the first half. 9 of 11 for 212.
When you take a look at Big Ben, the one thing about him, he's been sacked much, but he keeps his eyes downfield. Mobile quarterback, as you say, 3rd in the league in running quarterback. He finds himself more time and keeps his eye checking Hines Ward, going all the way back across the field, and he hits his check down. Great play and catch, great leadership. He says he's not a vocal leader. He's not a yeller or a screamer, never going to show a receiver up, but he's going to lead by example.
And so this will be our final play of the half. We got people all the way back at the 10-yard line. Just a 3-man rush. Harrison still gets there. Bulger lets it fly. Deep corner, ball's up. A Steeler came down with it, if anyone did. We're calling it an interception, but that's how our half will end.
Time for Marshall Faulk.
Time for Marshall Faulk. This is going to be very nice. Young number 28 is going to have his jersey retired by the team that he was a glorious player for so long.
Well-deserved, professional.
Of Parker and Davenport, 12 carries for 65 yards, including a touchdown on a reception.
He's been almost flawless. Big Ben has been flawless. Santonio Holmes flawless. This offense, a fine balance of run and pass.
And so Roethlisberger will start from his own 31. Davenport starts in the second half. Swings this one wide to Hines Ward.
Very charming, very delightful. He's planning on having a big night. The only thing I could say about that injury, does that mean that Fred Taylor goes to the Pro Bowl?
Well, completes this one to Santonio Holmes.
Over 10,000 yards and never go to the Pro Bowl.
Najee Davenport, another first down for the Steelers.
Yes.
I don't know a player who's gotten a jersey retired in the NFL.
Completes this one to Heath Miller, short of the sticks.
Just stepped off the field a few years ago.
Najee Davenport again and again, first down Steelers. He's not just a big lug. He is a big guy, but he's got some foot speed.
He's not, but this offense and how they want to work, it's whether they'll commit to that.
This is Kerry Davis, who figures to see a lot more work. He goes down in the arms of Chris Draft.
And now they're rested.
Chris Kimoyatu is in the backfield now as the up back with Davenport behind him. Kimoyatu at 344 pounds. He'll be the lead blocker, and Davenport goes in. Touchdown Steelers.
You take a look at the fullback, and we're talking about him, but he doesn't even go there. He goes in the opposite hole, takes on a linebacker, Najee Davenport. That right there was a leap. He leaped over the top. that lunge leap that didn't work, that one worked. And you don't want that.
And they're getting a heavy dose of Steven Jackson, who's checked back into the backfield. Bulger, and just as I said, he hadn't been sacked. There he goes. First sack of the night. James Farrier was the one who got there first.
Right on cue.
It's a valuable timeout if you don't get it.
3rd and 4.
That's why the indecisiveness.
We'll never know. Roethlisberger completes to Ward. First down Steelers. 2nd and 8. We've moved inside 10 minutes in the ball game. Steelers clinging to a 31-24 lead and clinging to a slim lead in the AFC North. This is Davis. First down.
You know what I like about that run by Davis? He got out on the edge, but the thing he did, having the mindset, we got to run this clock out. We controlling the time of possession. I'm going to get down. I'm not going to run out of bounds.
And the one thing that they like to do, Heath Miller on the edge, moving him, they felt like that's where he's at his best. He's not a mauler guy. You want to sit up in the middle and ISO a guy. But on the edge, he just took Corey Chavis and drove him back about 5 yards.
What was it Roethlisberger told us about him? He's an expansion of a line.
Yes, he is.
And Santonio Holmes, you got to go to somebody you trust, somebody that
Ward
has
is
sure
slot
hand.
right. It's for Ward. First down Steelers. Good call, Marshall.
And guess what? If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna let him go untouched. I'm not gonna even have a guy close to him. That's what I'm gonna do. He's the 3rd down converter. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, how do you explain Haslett letting him come off without a hand on him, let him sit down right there?
This is why
can't be easier.
is successful. Coaches like Haslett, they don't respect him. They feel like he's not a threat. The threat is first down.
And as you can see, all that yardage, he is Pittsburgh's all-time leader.
That's all he is.
And yet you don't cover him on a crucial 3rd down late in the ballgame. That's a little strange. This is Davenport on first down. Busted outside, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. Another big 3rd down. Is it Hines again?
Yes.
Hines in the slot left. Roethlisberger looks right, comes back left. He'll run for it. He'll come up short.
Well, 5 or 6, he did it. That's the difference in the game.
He's got Bruce right, he's got Holt left, he's got Bennett in the slot.
The only thing you can do is hit Bennett on your checkdowns. There you go.
In over the head of Bennett, picked off by Ike Taylor, taking it the other way. Taylor's got blockers. Taylor to the 10, touchdown Steelers. Well, some of what you told him rubbed off.
Vengeance is his. They only remember the big plays. They don't remember any of those other plays that he gave up earlier. And then underneath coverage on the outsides, underneath coverage in the slot, your key guy, Marshall, you know this, he's got to be your slot receiver in this cover 2 man.
And Drew Bennett, he didn't win there. He didn't do enough to get open to win.
It's hard to tell if it was intended for Bennett or Bruce.
No, it was intended for Bruce.
And Farrat will throw. incomplete. Palomalu. This one was intended for McMichael. And that'll get us to the 2-minute warning, tying the NFL record, set, of course, by Peyton Manning.
I don't understand that.
Thank you very much.
How does 158.3 equal the perfect?
I'm not a big fan of it. I'm really not. Steelers, we said, came in tonight needing a victory. And so very simple, in order to clinch the AFC North, they need Cleveland to lose. In order to clinch playoff berth, they need the Titans to lose. The Titans are going to play this weekend against the New York Jets in Tennessee. And where are the Brownies this week? Okay, Ben Roethlisberger, a big night. Unofficially 16 of 20 for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. He got beat up a little bit, got sacked 4 times, but he comes out on the winning end of this one. A ball game that the Steelers desperately needed to snap a 2-game losing streak and bring their record now to 10-5. They will finish up next week by going to play at Baltimore. As for the Rams, they fall to 3-12. And they'll finish up their season next weekend in the desert at Arizona. The Home Depot postgame show is coming up. We're going to come on back in just a moment. We'll have some final notes and perhaps an interview, too.